Hey y'all, welcome back to my kitchen. I'm Jacqueline and this is Low Carblish. This is a channel where we take our favorite high carb foods and make low carb versions of them to try to reverse and control our type 2 diabetes. So today we are doing a follow-up on the Candybar video I did where I sent out kits for everybody to make candy bars, and I did get 3 people sending back with good feedback. So first of all, I've got everybody's name written down because I don't want to forget anything. I want to thank Karen, Pam, and Diane because all 3 of these ladies made the candy bars and did some experimenting and trying different things. So I'm going to show you pictures as we go along, and I'll put their name in front of each picture when I go to edit the video. And Miss Karen added Blue Diamond lightly salted almonds to her, and I got permission to use all those pictures, so I'm going to put her picture in the video, and you'll be able to see where she's put almonds in each little thing and the kind of almonds she used, and it turned out super cute, and she said it was really tasty. Miss Pam had a recommendation. She said the candy bar is a hit, they love it. She does not have a coffee grinder, so she tried to grind her sugar up in a regular little food processor, and she said unfortunately it didn't work very well, but what she did was she melted it a little bit longer. I think she said she did 2 20-minute spurts afterward.
20-second.
20-second, yes, not 20 minutes. Thank you, Jeannie. 20 seconds, don't do 20 minutes, y'all. In her little food processor, and that did not work great, so she heated it up and that made it better. And then Miss Diane, she also made it and said that she really enjoyed it, but for some reason hers took 40 minutes to set up, and we're still trying to figure out why that happened, and I'm not sure if it's elevation, humidity, temperature, we're not sure, but we're still working on that. So today we're going to do an experiment because I found out that they have sunflower liquid lecithin that's supposed to help chocolate bars be at room temperature. So we're going to do an experiment today. We're going to make it again, and we're going to try this and see if it turns out. And we have not done this yet, so it's going to be a surprise to us too. So we'll let you know how that turns out. And today we are going to make lavender strawberry, and we have made this flavor combination before, and it is lovely, y'all. We've also done a chocolate mint, and it turned out really well. And I want to show y'all something. You remember the last video where the kitchen floor, hi Maze, I didn't even know you were there. Can you please excuse me for a minute? Can you move your honey? Thank you. So Casey came and repaired and replaced my pantry thing on the door, and I even got an extra shelf out of the deal, and these are metal and not plastic, so they should last for a really long time. And it's, y'all, it makes organization so much easier and better. So I just want to show y'all that because it made me happy. Oh honey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, darling. Mommy's sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. It's okay. So we're gonna do this today and get the candy bar made. And I did want to tell y'all one thing that Jenny discovered that was kind of cool, because I had, told you guys to put the sugar in and everything after we heated it up. And one day Jenny was making them, and I don't know whether she didn't read them or she forgot or whatever, but she just put everything in the bowl and heated it up and stirred it up. And so we were talking about it, and I was like, this works just as great, and it's smooth and it's nice, so you don't have to go through the steps of grinding the monk fruit and everything. Just put it all in the bowl and melt it, and it's going to melt beautifully, and it's going to be smooth and creamy. So we're getting ready to do that today, so I'm just going to go over one more time what we're putting in for today. We've got 5 of the Baker's chocolate little squares that come in the bar. We've got 5 of the cocoa butter buttons, and I'm going to cut these up before I stick them in here. And then we've got a tablespoon of the powdered monk fruit, and we're going to do a tablespoon of the allulose syrup. We're going to do 1/4 of a teaspoon of strawberry and 1/8 of a teaspoon of lavender. And if with any of these candy bars, whatever flavor that you try, just you know, adjust it to your taste. And try the given amounts first, and if it's too little or too much, just adjust it to what you like. And then we're gonna go with 1/4 teaspoon of lecithin. And like I said, we don't know if this is gonna work or not, but we're gonna try it today. So we thought we would share with you guys while we're doing it. And we were supposed to come back last week and do this video, but the air conditioner went out Friday afternoon. And so we couldn't do a video Friday because, y'all, it was hot up in here. So I'm going to put these on the thing, and I need to get a little knife here to cut these up. And the only reason I'm doing this is for them to be similar in size to the chocolate so they'll melt easier. I think I'm going to use this bigger knife. I do better with these sometimes. So I'm just going to come in here and cut these in half and add them to the chocolate. And then, like I said, y'all can thank Jenny for coming up with the easier way to do it, because I had you doing things separately and come to find out it's not necessary. So you're going to start off, you're going to put everything in your bowl except for the lecithin. We're going to put that in at the end and see what happens with our chocolate bar. But that's what we're going to do. And then we're just going to lay everything in here. I'm going to go in here with the powdered monk fruit. And any powdered sweetener that you want to use should work with this. I just always use in the raw stuff because it tastes closest to sugar to me. So we did a tablespoon here of the monk fruit, powdered monk fruit. We're going to do a tablespoon of the allulose syrup. I hope I'm remembering that right. I think I am. But you know, y'all, I don't know how y'all feel about things, but for me, when you get in your 60s, every once in a while, you'll have a senior moment. All right, so we're going to put the flavor. Did we put the flavorings in before or after we cooked it last time, Jenny? Do you remember? We did it after?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to wait and put the flavorings in until it comes out of the microwave. But we're just going to put this in little bursts of like 30 seconds until everything melts. And then we'll put the flavoring and the lecithin in, and we'll pop it in. And then when we come back, we will have let it set for at least 15 or 20 minutes. And we'll report back and let you guys know how it goes. So let's pop this in here. Uh-oh. Sometimes my microwave acts up. I just have to be patient because when I was younger, I used to act up too. Alright, so I'm going to put this back in the fridge. And then we'll wait. We'll be back in just a minute. Okay, y'all, so normally I have to run this through my microwave at least 2 times. One time on 30 seconds and then maybe the second time on 15 to 20. But it's so hot down here, y'all. One time did it today. So if you want to, Jenny's going to get in and just show you. And you notice you don't hear that sugar sound on the bottom like you did with the others. That's because it's all incorporated, because Jenny's a genius. So we're going to put in the strawberry and the lavender flavoring, and then we're going to put this lecithin in, and I'm going to put it in the refrigerator, and when we come back, it will have had time to set up, hopefully, because Jenny's got to go home a little bit. Alright, so it's 1/4 teaspoon of the strawberry flavoring. Get this thing here. I should have set out another spatula for this job, but I wasn't thinking about it. Alright, so got that, and then we're going to do 1/8 teaspoon of the lavender. And if you prefer the lavender over the strawberry, you could switch these up. And also, if you don't like strawberry but you love lavender and vice versa, you could just use one flavoring instead of the combination. I got a little bit too much in there, but the combination is really lovely, y'all. It's really lovely. Alright, so about 1/8 teaspoon of that. And then I'm going to stir the flavorings in. And I'm going to do 1/4 teaspoon of the sunflower liquid lecithin, and we're going to see if it does what all the hype says it's going to do. And I'm hoping it does, because it'd be great if we could, that strawberry on there, if we could find one that would be good and stable at room temperature. So I'll go back with the same spoon and use 1/4, because I've got a 1/2 teaspoon measure that I've been using. So half of this is 1/4 teaspoon. So that's what we're gonna go with. Ooh, this stuff is thick, Jenny. That's really thick. Wow. Okay, so I've got too much in my spoon, so I'm only gonna use about half of this, because the research that we did on it says that they only use like a teaspoon for almost 6 pounds of chocolate. So I may be putting too much in here, but we don't know if we don't try. And if we don't do anything else around this joint, we try. So, okay. And if y'all are hearing that noise, that is some thunder that we're finally hearing. We've been waiting on rain for a couple of weeks now. It's been really hot and really dry. My grass is all crispy, and so are half of my bushes out in the yard. All right, y'all, so I'm gonna put this in the mold, and I'm gonna do just like I did the last time. Just kind of start in the middle, pour out and around, and then scrape what's in my bowl out. Because you know me, I gotta get all that goodness out of there. Uh-oh, I missed my mold, y'all. Home cook, home kitchen, things happen. Okay, so let me see if I can scrape that back into the mold, and then we'll clean that up before we stick it in the fridge. And just bring it all out to the edges. And if I was doing what Miss Diane did, not Miss Diane, as Miss Karen did with the almonds, you would put a little almond in every section, and I will put that picture in here, because not only did I think it was a cute idea, but I thought it was like brilliant, you know. Get one almond in each bite, so that also helps you to keep track of your calories and your carbs and everything if you're sectioning out before you eat. So we've got it in the mold now. I'm going to put it in the refrigerator, and in a minute for y'all, about 20 minutes for Jenny and I, we're going to take it out and pop it out and see how this thing turned out. Alright, y'all, so it's been about 20 minutes and this thing is set, we think. We're going to flip it on the plate here and see if we can get it out of the mold. It's coming out of the mold really easy, but it feels kind of, it's sticky, Jenny. It's sticky. So I'm going to cut it and we'll taste it. I'm not sure if putting the lecithin in there is making it sticky. It's cutting, so I don't know. Yeah, this is definitely not doing the same as our other one did, but I don't know if it will continue to get hard. I may put this back in the refrigerator and report back to y'all about that after it's been in the refrigerator for an hour or so. I'm going to give it a taste test. It tastes really good, but oddly, it's a little grainy, which it wasn't, the recipe wasn't doing that before we put this stuff in there. So, I don't know, guys. I'm going to put it back in the refrigerator. Ooh, I'm going to put it back in the refrigerator, and Jenny has got to leave in a minute and go home, so when I report back to you, it's probably just going to be me. I'm going to give Jenny a piece of this and let her taste it, and you tell me if you think it's grainy too. You feel what it feels like in your hand?
Oh, I do.
It's almost like it's melting in your hand.
So I'm a weirdo, and I kind of like that.
You like it melting in your hand?
I don't mind it because I can lick my fingers in a minute.
Yeah, I'm not
It tastes
on board.
nice.
I'm not on board with it, y'all. So It does have good flavor, but do you taste the grain?
I just got, yeah, it has not done that to us so far. Yeah.
So we're gonna keep experimenting with this. We're gonna have a couple of videos of regular food before we get back to the candy bar stuff, but we will keep experimenting and let you guys know because I'm on a mission, y'all. So anyway, I'll be back in a little while to let you know if it got any harder in the refrigerator, and then that'll be the end of the video today. Hey y'all, okay, so I'm back. This is actually the day after yesterday when we filmed this candy bar, and I let this sit in the refrigerator for about 2.5 hours yesterday, and I broke some of this bar off last night and had some of it for dessert with my dinner, and it was good. And I put this piece off, and I've left this sitting out overnight because I wanted to see how room stable it was going to be. So let me tell you what happened with the candy bar. It did set up, I just took this one out of the refrigerator, but you can hear, I hope you can hear, it's set up nicely. And so it got hard, and another good thing that happened was the grittiness that I was tasting from the sweetener yesterday, it's all smoothed out. And so that is not an issue with this anymore. And I like the taste of it, and of course the strawberry lavender combination is very good to me. So what we're gonna do right now is, I've got my coffee, I'm getting ready to have breakfast here in a few minutes, but I've got this one. I wanna taste this one first because like I said, it's been sitting out all night. I tasted this one yesterday, so I know, so that's good, y'all. That's room stable. That is room stable. That's been sitting out all night. There's no melting. It's not melting in my fingers at all. Let's see what it tastes like. It's good. Now, I will say that yesterday when I was heating the chocolate up in the microwave, if you guys remember, I only did it one cycle because it was already liquid. I think I could have put that in the microwave for another 20 seconds or so and stirred it up and gotten all of that sugar completely dissolved. I say sugar, but you know, it's the erythritol mix that I use. Macy's in there pushing her treat button. You just had breakfast, baby. So I want to taste this one this morning and see if there was any change overnight in the one that was in the refrigerator. Still good. The only thing that I would say is most of that graininess is gone. I'm still picking up on a little bit of it, but it's not nearly as grainy as it felt yesterday when Jenny and I tasted it. So I think the secret to that is going to be to cook it a little bit longer so that it's in a fully liquid state, and then put it in the molds. But it's good. And the sunflower lecithin definitely is helping with the room stability. This one, can you guys hear that? So it's also hard, not coming off of my fingers like it was yesterday. So I think that's going to solve the problem if you want to make a candy bar that's room temperature stable. If you don't want to mess with this, this is still a really good candy bar, and it will last a little while in the room without melting. It just isn't as room stable as this. Or you can just keep it in the refrigerator and munch on it out of the refrigerator. Me personally, I love cold chocolate, but that's me. So anyway, those are the results of the candy bar experiment we did yesterday. And I'm sure we're going to be doing some more different flavors and different ideas. And again, I just want to thank all of you for the love and the support you show me and Jenny in this channel, and Miss Macy too, of course. But also, I really wanted to thank this particular video. I want to thank Miss Karen, Miss Pam, and Miss Diane for doing the experiments and sending me emails and letting me know how they turned out. And again, I'm going to have the pictures that they sent me so you guys can see their results too. So if you haven't tried this, I hope you will try this because it's so much cleaner than any other candy out there. And because basically even the candies that they've got out there now that say they're sugar-free, They've got dextrin, maltodextrin. They're also another word that they're using for maltodextrin and dextrin now is sugar or is corn solids. So if you see something that says corn fiber solids or something like that, it's just another word for dextrin and maltodextrin. So if you want chocolate but you want to stay clean and you don't want to spike your blood sugar, I highly encourage you to give this a try. If you're new to the channel, I've also got a video for a sugar-free chocolate fudge that is also diabetic friendly. So, you know, look for that if you want to. And for my regular family and crew, I love you guys so much. You know I love you. And Jenny loves you. And when she comes back tomorrow, we're going to try to make another video. I've got some yard stuff going on. And they're still trying to figure out what's going on with my air conditioner. So I'm not sure if they're coming back tomorrow. But if nobody shows up and we've got time, we're going to be doing another video for you guys. So I love you guys. Jenny loves you. Macy loves you. And I hope you all have a fabulous week. And I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.